things have gone from bad to worse for Dr. Umar as of late. I mean, everything has been happening to Dr. Umar, including his daughter coming out and speaking out on him, to side chicks coming out on him, to him coming out saying that his bank accounts have been frozen. He ain't got no access to his bank account. And the latest one being that FDMG School Academy down there in Delaware is being foreclosed on. Now, truth be told, I kind of feel sorry for Dr. Umar, but not so much so because, he has had ample time and opportunity to bring this school about and bring it into fruition. So I more so feel sorry for the people who donated to Dr. Umar's cause of getting that school up and running without getting a return on their investment, because Dr. Umar has had every excuse under the sun, as just to why this school ain't been brought about in over a decade. I heard him say things such as, it was a faulty HVAC system, this, that, and the other, which is a bunch of nonsense. And amid all of that, Dr. Umar still hasn't let his foot up off the gas pedal, and begging people to hit the Cash App and donate to that cause, which is a bunch of nonsense. Now, truth be told, I was rooting for Dr. Umar. I was actually tuning in and watching him. I really wanted him to bring that school about and bring it into fruition. I was even going to donate, you know what I mean? I'm glad I didn't, truth be told, because I know something like having a black school in the black community will be something that's well needed. But over the years, I've just noted too many inconsistencies in Dr. Umar's methodology and approach, even regarding that whole Pan-Africanism thing. Yeah, it sounds good, but Pan-Africanism is a one-sided coin designed to keep us foundational black Americans getting the short end of the stick. And Dr. Umar is constantly always talking down on us foundational black Americans while letting people in the diaspora off the hook. And Dr. Umar himself ain't for lineage-based reparations. You know what I mean? And Dr. Umar is constantly sitting up there begging, foundational black Americans to help and donate to this school. Why the hell ain't he asking Africa or Africans? You would think Africa as a continent, would donate to something like, a cause like Dr. Umar bringing the school about. So I got the audio and the video of, this nonsense of Dr. Umar, still begging and asking people for donations when in all actuality, he know that he misused and abused them funds, you know what I mean? And we're going to walk through and talk about this thing how we normally do, family. Fair use.
Special announcement. FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So, not only are the accounts frozen,
And like I said previously, Dr. Umar has had every excuse under the sun why this school ain't been brought about in over a decade. It's, instead of putting out the real, which is, I misused them funds and I'm sorry. A simple sorry. He ain't even apologizing. You know what I mean? He's still sitting up there, begging and asking people for donations. And that's a bunch of nonsense. And anyone, could still continually continuing to donate to Dr. Umar's, scam of a school, that's on you, you know what I mean? Because that's foolish and that's a bunch of nonsense. That's your fault if you, and knowing all of this that's going on now, surrounding this man, if you still want to give, this man your hard earned money, you got to deal with the consequences and repercussions of that. But let's continue.
Make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or tap my Venmo. Text me for the links to donate to FDMG. Text me for the links to support Dr. Umar. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. On August the 5th, brothers and sisters, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on,
Yeah, but in closing, family, anyone who continue to donate to Dr. Umar at this point, in this stage in the game, they foolish, But maybe some of the people that have already donated, can go after, Dr. Umar for, legal action to recoup some of that money that they lost. You know what I mean? And to me, it sounds like, him, with the school, being foreclosed on, the state trying to take the school, coupled with his bank accounts being frozen. It sounds like those alphabet people is coming after Dr. Umar. Just my thoughts on the matter. Peace.